Hey everyone, welcome to the show. I have more details to share with you. These have been released in the past couple days about Vance Boelter. And I apologize, I was apparently saying his name wrong. It's not Boelter. This is the man who's accused of assassinating the Minnesota lawmaker Melissa Hortman and her husband and their dog, by the way, which I just found out. He also is accused of gravely injuring a state senator named John Hoffman and his wife. We now know how Boelter got away, or Belter, excuse me, and how he managed to travel as far as he did after these shootings because everyone I'm sure has heard the Hortmans had just opened their door for Belter when the real police arrived. Remember, he was dressed as a police officer, had his vehicle disguised as a police vehicle, and so he had just gotten there. I guess knocked on the door, rang the doorbell, whatever, and they had just gotten to the door. And we need to keep in mind too this happened in the middle of the night. So, this was like 2, 3 in the morning that he was doing these things when people are sound asleep. We all know what that's like. You get awakened by something, you're not exactly thinking straight, and you see what looks like an officer on your Ring doorbell or through the window or through the peephole. And I mean, it is the perfect time to get people when they're completely off guard, they're still half asleep, don't know what's going on. So anyway, he shows up. Belter exchanged gunfire with the police because, again, they had just arrived as he's standing at the front door. So he forces his way into the house, as I understand it, quickly shoots them, quickly shoots Hortman and her husband and their dog, and then he flees out the back door. Well, a local news station explained how he was able to escape, and get so far away on foot. And here's what they had to say. So I'm going to play this video for you guys.
What we don't see in this infamous image of 57-year-old Vance Boelter is a person investigators say was with him before he fled the Twin Cities. According to a newly released FBI affidavit, investigators identified a witness who Boelter approached at a bus stop in North Minneapolis just before 7 a.m. Saturday. The stop just blocks away from a home where Boelter reportedly rented a room. The witness said he had no prior connection to Boelter, who asked to purchase an electric bike and later also asked to buy the witness's Buick sedan. At a bank in Robbinsdale, where investigators obtained these surveillance images, Boelter reportedly emptied a bank account and paid the witness $900 for the bike and car. That same Buick later found abandoned in rural Sibley County Sunday morning.
So there you go. He paid someone for a bike, for a car, and took off. And then that car was found near his home that he owns with his wife, but abandoned. I don't know who sells a car and a bike for $900 these days, but okay, very odd. So that cleared up a question that I had because I didn't understand what vehicle it was that he was driving when they said he fled on foot and he left his SUV behind, the one that he had, set up to look like a cop car. And Joseph Thompson, which is the Minnesota acting attorney, or U.S. attorney, I should say, he held a press conference yesterday, or I think on Monday, and he provided more details. Thompson said in between these two shootings, Boelter actually tried to assassinate 2 additional lawmakers. So apparently he went to Michigan and tried to kill them. And he said that as with Hortman and Hoffman, one was a state representative, the other one was a state senator. Now, luckily, one was on vacation, so she literally dodged a bullet. And then the police were already at the second one's home because they had been alerted. They were there to do a wellness check because the police had, at that point, had been notified of the shooting at the Hoffmans. Well, this is just bizarre. Check this out. Boelter was parked across the street from this person's house, from this lawmaker's house, where the police were doing this wellness check. And a female officer went over to talk with him. She thought that he was one of them, that he was with them. So she goes over to talk with him, and she reports that he just stared straight ahead, didn't answer her, didn't acknowledge her. Would that not be a red flag to you? Would that not make you suspicious? Like, really? A fellow officer approaches you and you just stare straight ahead? So, anyway, Thompson also confirmed that all of the officials on Boelter's list were Democrats. So, this BS that the right, MAGA right, is trying to push still, that, oh, this is one of theirs, this is one of the Democrats, blah, blah. No. False. Again, completely false. An earlier report said that the list contained 70 names, which is what I shared with you guys on Monday. They're now saying it was 45, which is still a hell of a lot. And Thompson also shared that Boelter carefully planned these attacks. He researched all of these victims in advance, their families, their schedules, their addresses. And they believe Boelter worked alone, but they're saying that the authorities are investigating to see if he was maybe part of a quote unquote larger network to assassinate politicians. And one thing that they've discovered is he was a part of some sort of religious sect, some sort of religious group that talked about the evil demon politicians. So, gee, what could go wrong? I mean, these groups should be investigated and shut down because they are inciting violence. They are clearly, radicalizing people. And I mean, this guy is a perfect example. But again, for everybody on the MAGA right trying to push this narrative that, oh, because Tim Walz appointed him. Yes, so what? Donald Trump appointed Tulsi Gabbard, who used to be a Democrat. So if she does something horrific, is that the Democrats' fault too? or is that Donald Trump's fault? When it comes to Democrats, this is my issue with them. They try to be so fair. They try to give the other side the benefit of the doubt. And they're, oh, I'm going to appoint some Republicans so that I look reasonable, so I can appeal to the middle of America, so I can appeal to the moderates. When does that ever happen on the other side? Does Donald Trump, has he gone out of his way to appoint current Democrats in his administration? No. And he didn't in his first administration. So Democrats need to cut this shit out. They need to stop with this trying to appease the right and trying to play nice and play patty cakes and be so inclusive of the right and trying to appeal to these, quote unquote moderates, which I'm sorry, I'm sure there are some out there, but it's not that large of a group anymore. Everybody is so polarized in this country. There's just not that many. And Democrats, in the meantime, are shooting themselves in the foot. Like I've said a million times, appointing somebody like Merrick fricking Garland as the Attorney General of the United States. And what did that get us? So we need hardcore leftists, in my opinion, who are not going to put up with anybody's crap and who are going to go hard at these people. If ever there was a time, it's now. We've tried the other way. We've tried your way, moderates. We've tried that. Where has it gotten us? Where are we? So time to try something new. As the saying goes, doing the same thing over and over again and getting the same result is the definition of insanity. I mean, gee, let's try that again for the millionth time and see how it works out. Anyway, I will keep you all posted. I'll let you know if when I hear more about this guy or what's all going down. But he has been charged with murder, attempted murder. The charges will likely either put him in prison for the rest of his life, or he will get the death penalty. But both of them are an option. So I'll let you know what I hear. Thank you so much for watching and listening. Please like, please share, and subscribe. Please donate if you can. Love you all. Take care. Talk with you soon.